Hey guys, it's Brandon. Let's have a Blitz game or two today. Uh, Playing Zoo Hausvet with no flag, but a Mickey Mouse profile. So, rated. Okay, so now we have a Semi-Slav going here, rated 1802. So hopefully I can get a win, but you never know. So this is yeah, that's pretty standard. Black waits to take on the c4 point with that pawn until, this is interesting. I could take here and close off. No, I'd like to leave his bishop bad. I'm just going to play queen c2. If I take the knight, he can take with the e-pawn and reopen this bad light square bishop, which I don't really want to deal with. Okay, he's probably going to play b5, which is standard. Phone's going off. If he plays b5, though, that'll leave the c6 pawn pretty weak. Yeah. So now when I play b4, I'll have hopefully some good pressure on this, on this b pawn, or on this weak c pawn, and this bishop is still bad being blocked in. I'll put this bishop here. So now my plan is going to be just to pile up pressure here on this c6 pawn and just see what I can get done from that. So we'll put a rook on the c file. Queen here maybe. Double rooks on the c file. With rook to c2, rook c1. Just find some pressure. I do have to be careful of him just sacking the pawn for play on the long diagonal. But let's see. Okay, he's threatening mate on... no, he's not, because my knight's protecting it. Okay. I should probably just play h3 anyway, just to kick this knight. It's kind of in an annoying spot. But first, I'll play this and get this knight here into c5 while this knight is not watching the e4 square. Also with tempo on the queen. Queen has to go. Okay, now she has to go again, but be careful. Aha! So he gave up his dark square bishop. So I've got the bishop pair. That's usually a positive, and I have some pressure on this point here. Okay, now I'm just going to kick this knight back, and he's giving me this very, very nice e5 square to place a knight. So my position is very, very nice. How to increase the pressure? Well, I can just take on c4, right? Can I just take? Let's see. Knight takes, bishop takes, rook takes, rook takes, rook. No, I got to put one more thing on it. So we'll do that. So I'm just piling up the pressure on the c6 point. And he's going to have to figure out some way to deal with that. So yeah, it's looking pretty tough. I don't think he can hold on to it. He's probably realizing that now. Oh, he can play knight to d7 here. Then maybe I'll have something with bishop from e3 to f, yeah, bishop e2 to f3. Seems like a pretty good plan. He may then play, yeah, he's going to have to try to change that knight. It's just such a strong piece. Alright. So now I've got my bishop opposing his. And it's tough to figure out some way to increase the pressure here. I could play for something like e4. e4, and I'll have this weak d pawn, which is covered by my bishop at the moment, but I'm going to try to get some more pressure on this e pawn here. You know, it's like the Nimzovich style way to play chess is you create one weakness, and then when your opponent is you know, trying to protect that one weakness, it's often difficult for them to protect two weaknesses. So, okay, he's trying to get some play on the f-file, but I'm not particularly concerned about that because my bishop is here. So how about this? And I've got a little bit of a time advantage here. So, okay. Put my queen here. He'll probably move his bishop back. And now this move to protect the f2 point. So when I play bishop here, or can I take? No, let's just get a blockade going here on this pawn. So I can switch pressure back and forth between these 2 points. The question is, when I take the knight, which I'm going to do now, which file is he going to open for me? Just trying to, okay. So he opened, this was a mistake. Well, I don't know. This bishop is still bad, and I still have pressure on this pawn. But maybe it's not terrible. Yeah, he could have taken on f2 there. So, anyway. Why don't I just triple up on the e-file. He's running fast low on time here. I do still have to sort of find a way to get this dark square bishop involved. And he's threatening to take on h4 here. Sort of a last-ditch attempt there, but I'll get out of the pin. h3, excuse me. Just get out of the pin, because my queen was pinned. Got to protect the bishop, so that's a necessity. Now, I'll just get ready to get this bishop into play, and I'm going to win this game on time. Oh, I just gave up a skewer. Well, that's unfortunate. But I'm going to win this game on time, so it doesn't really matter. What I do. So, okay, a blunder at the end there, but I was pretty well positioned for most of the game. Yeah, I couldn't really find a way to win any of those pawns, even though I had two weaknesses created. You know, one on the C file and one on the E file. She played some pretty good defense. I mean, you know, maybe if I wasn't talking and had more time or something, I'm sure when I go over this game with the engine, it'll find something for me. But in any case, hope you guys enjoyed that game, and we'll move on to another game.